Biology Part 119. The result of this structure is that pressure waves caused by the high frequency sounds produce maximum displacement near the oval window, while pressure waves corresponding to the low frequency sounds produce maximum displacement near the top of the cochlea. Where the membrane is wider, these displacements stimulate the sensory hair cells, which form part of the organ of Cori. Within this structure, the hair cells are fixed between the basilar membrane and the projecting shelf tectorial membrane, so that the movement of the basilar membrane are detected by the hair cells and give rise to the nerve impulses which travel towards the CNSY auditory nerves. Complex sounds, music and human speech contain many different frequencies which are generated by basilar membrane, producing signals which can be interpreted by the auditory cortex of the brain in a meaningful way. Pressure waves transmitted to the vestibular canal pass to the tympanic canal either by the way of basilar membrane or by the means of an interconnecting passage. The helicotrema, located at the apex of the cochlear spiral, eventually the vibration is transmitted to the round window, which bulges outwards into the middle ear cavity, so releasing the energy of the pressure waves. Equilibrium. The parts of inner ear required for balance, or the equilibrium of the utricle, suckle and the semicircular canal. The utricle and suckle contribute to the static equilibrium, that is, by the help of maintaining position of body relative to gravity. This is something that happens there. Are the cells embedded in jelly-like mass containing particles of the calcium carbonate, and clots according to the position of the head, the jelly mass is pulled downwards by gravity and may bend the hair, producing an appropriate pattern of the nerve impulses transmitted to the brain. The semicircular canals are responsible for dynamic equilibrium, helping to respond balance during body movements. The three canals on which sides are headed in different places, and they in fact provide it. These three canals, they do provide it over there, and the three canals on which the sides are located different planes and contains the fluid endolymph. When rapid body movement takes place, the fluid tends to be left behind in its original position and flows relative to the semicircular canals. This effect is due to the inertia of the fluid that can be easily demonstrated using a cup of tea or coffee. Rotate the cup and the liquid inside remains stationary and moves to much smaller extent. In a similar way, each semicircular and canal responds to the acceleration in its own place. Within the ampulla of each semicircular canal, there is a cone-shaped projection of the consisting sensory cells or gallery, like copula. And as we move ahead, fluid movement deflects the copula and stimulates the sensory cells. Impulses from the ampullae of all semicircular canals allow the brain to interpret body movement in their muscles. and impulses from the ampullens of all semicircular canals allow the brains to interpret body movements